Looks just like new. Guys, the man, the myth, the legend, hot potato. Okay, this is a motivating sight. All right. What's going on, guys? My name is Alex Whittick and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm really excited today because yesterday we tore down this tilted TDI. You guys saw the damage and it was not pretty. But let me tell you, today I'm gonna be fixing this car, getting it ready to roll. I need to get this TT out of the garage, get Mama K's BMW X1 back into the garage, get this thing kind of cleaned off. That's a bunch of, I don't even know. Everything's just falling on this car. But guys, we are going to be doing a 20,000 subscriber giveaway. ECS Tuning is going to be helping us out with that. I don't think I've ever mentioned that in any of my other videos, but ECS Tuning is going to be helping us with our 20,000 subscriber giveaway. So make sure you guys are subscribed, hit your post notification bell, follow my Instagram at tilted_TDI. When you're done with all the steps, comment done down below. And if you guys already done all the steps, you know, as always, you guys are awesome. So let's dig right into today. Let's get this Heim joint all welded up and stay excited. Let's get this thing back on the road. I don't think I really spoke about it before in the other video about how this even happened, but I was driving down the road. I went over a railroad track that usually cracks my wheels. No big deal. Went over about 5 miles an hour, took my precautionary steps, and then I continued to go up this road that has some bumps on it that I drive up daily. It's right by my house. And I got on it. I got wheel hop. Usually when I get on this car, it does get wheel hop like any front wheel drive car that's, you know, gonna have some torque to it. And right as I got wheel hop, I also hit a bump and I heard a loud bang. The car shot to the left and I dragged it all the way up the road to my main road. Well, I just snapped my control arm. My bumper got ripped off, my side skirt got ripped off, and I'm about to drive it 2 miles home. I'll throw the side skirt into the back window and let's see if we can limp it home. I parked it, I checked it out, I threw the side skirt into the back seat. It's sitting right there still to this day. And I dragged it all the way home. As you guys can see from those phone clips, I was just dragging this thing up the hill, didn't care. It was just, well, I did care, but I had to get it home, had a little family get together. But now we're here, we ripped this car apart yesterday. If you guys missed that video, that link will be in the description. Definitely check that video out and you'll see all the carnage. But we gotta fix this Heim joint for the time being so we can move this car around. So we're gonna TIG weld it and we gotta rip it out of the car. So let's rip apart these extended control arms. This is gonna hurt. Wheel just came right back into the firewall. Look at it, just swinging away. Oof. Sitting right next to my brother's A4 that he cleaned today. I got my light set up right there and it's just showing the body lines on this. My brother actually takes way better care of his cars than I do, and he loves detailing his cars weekly, which I wish I could really do with this car, but I can't and I don't have that drive. I'm not that neat of a person. But if anyone wants to wash my cars weekly, hit up my DM. You are welcome to do it. But this lanyard little idea that I had yesterday to hold this front together actually worked a little bit. It's maybe a little stretched now, but I'm be able to use that, which is really cool because I've had this basically for like 5 years, and I guess it means something to me. But I'm gonna go ahead. We gotta rip this Heim joint out of here that goes right there. And then we're gonna bring it over to the TIG welder, clean it up, and throw some tacks on it, maybe completely weld it up, throw it back in the car so we could drive this thing around the driveway. So these arms were the Epic Euro Tuning arms. Now they're Epic Logic. The guy just changed the name of the company, I found out, but these arms are made really well. I don't want anyone getting like really discouraged. It's just a 3/4 inch. On the bottom side of that, the nut is actually welded to the other side, so you don't need to have 2 wrenches. But I'm gonna go ahead and take that off right there and we'll get that Heim joint right out. Tap the 1/4 inch, 3/4 inch one time, broke this loose. Just been getting it out by hand. This whole system is actually put together really well. I don't want anyone hating on these arms because they broke on me. Honestly, I beat the heck out of this car. I don't treat it like you guys maybe would. And it's actually not even like a Heim joint. It's kind of just like a flat piece of metal that has threaded, so it doesn't need to have the mobility. This thing completely broke, straight off, clean. I mean, to me, this looks like a cheap piece of metal, but at the same time, when metal breaks under stress, it might have that ripple effect. But this looks like cheap cast, honestly. And this looks like something I can even make. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and try to look online to find this exact piece, or if Epic Logic hits me up, they could send me out a new part, which would be awesome. I hit them up on Instagram, just been waiting on the message. I'm gonna go ahead and re-weld this thing back together. This is steel, so I'm gonna clean this up. We're gonna weld this back onto the threaded end, so let's get right to it. All right, let's marry you two together, make the lollipop once again, and hopefully this thing holds. All I need this to do is go from there to here without destroying all of this. let's get this done, guys. You guys know me on my TIG welder. I love the TIG weld. Now, if I was gonna be like, oh, we gotta drive this car 100 miles, what I would do is completely bevel this out, make it completely around, and then just fill it in with filler and add stuff to the sides. But I'm not even gonna bother doing that. I'm not trying to drive anywhere. I don't need to, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to find that part, order it up, and in the meantime, we're just gonna weld this. This piece I'm about to weld actually has zinc coating on it, so I wanna clean that off. I don't wanna breathe any of it in. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean off the edges, and usually you want to TIG weld within like an enclosed area, have all the garage doors closed, but since it isn't really gonna need to be too structural, I'm gonna leave the doors open. If the gas gets blown around, the gas gets blown around. I'm not trying to breathe in any zinc, so let's go ahead and weld this thing together. All right, so the goal with this one is just to clean it up as quick as possible. I'm gonna hold my breath and we're gonna get in there and I'm gonna clean it up. So let's do this. One deep breath. That garage air out for about 5 minutes, run back in there and do the same thing, get it all nice and clean. We don't want to breathe in that galvanized. You could just put in vinegar and wait about a day or two for it to clean off, but I don't know. I gotta get this done for the video, so this is the next safe option. So I've breathed in a lot of this stuff in my lifetime. I'm not proud to admit it, but yeah, we're gonna let that garage air out. We're gonna go back and do that, and then we're gonna do the threaded end, and then I'm gonna weld it back up. So I ran in there a couple more times. Took me about 20 minutes to get this thing all cleaned up, but I wanna make sure that my ventilation was prime. But I got that eyelet piece completely all squared away, so now I have to run back in there and do the thread part. I wanna cone off the threads a little bit, because I do wanna make this some kind of structural. I don't wanna just put 2 tacks and then move it out. You know, I wanna have something kind of worth pulling the car in and out a couple days in a row. So we're gonna be playing musical car, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the threaded ones. You guys know my process, hold my breath, grind, so I'm gonna go do that and then let's weld this thing. We're at the stage where we can actually go ahead and weld this all up. So this is all finished, this is all finished. Both of them have no zinc coating on there right now, so I'm gonna go ahead, tack these both up. I'm gonna throw my welder on like 150 amps. I'm just gonna burn it. I'm gonna throw some serious heat into it so it gets a little deep, because I don't want to be moving it around the driveway and have it just snap right off. So my setup all set up. I've got my gas on, I've got my welder to 150 amps, I've got my stainless on the table, I've got my ground clamp to that, I've got my filler. It fell on the floor. I'm gonna use this filler. And yeah, we're just gonna burn this thing together. I'm not gonna use a level, I'm not gonna use anything. I really don't care, because we can't drive like this. So let's go ahead, weld this up, and just have some fun. So this is quite the process. I started smelling a little bit of a funky smell, which was probably the zinc. So I hopped out of here and I got a few tacks down. It's still smoking a little bit, but as you guys can see, hopefully that zooms in well enough. Got a bunch of tacks down. Got a few other spots I want to get just because I don't want this thing breaking while it's in the car. I want it to be kind of sturdy. So I'm gonna let that smoke dissipate inside the garage. Throw like 3 or 4 more tacks down. And when I say tacks, 150 amps and something like that, it really burns deep and you need a lot of filler. So this thing is eating filler right up, so it's getting nice and deep in penetration. So a couple more of those tacks, get all the way around, and we'll throw it back in the car. Also guys, if you made it this far in the video, please throw a like down on the video and a comment, say something funny, throw your Instagram at whatever you want. I love seeing those comments, and let's get this video to 500 likes. That's my like goal for today, and however many comments we get, but it really helps the channel out when you guys like it. It gets other people to see the videos more often, so definitely throw a like down below if you enjoy the video, and let's go ahead and weld this up. Willing to risk having those tacks break, I really don't care. I'm not trying to breathe in this zinc. I didn't fully clean it off. I don't want to breathe this stuff in, so these tacks are sufficient. This thing is still really hot. I've got a bunch of tacks on this side, almost completely welded on this side, so the potential of it breaking very low. So I'm gonna go ahead, let that cool down, actually ride my bike a little bit, get a few bar spins in, couple 180 bars, stuff like that. So let's get a few BMX clips and then we'll throw us back into the car. So I got this fun little bank right here, and I'm gonna do a left 180 bar, right 180 bar. I'm gonna do a 180, or I'm gonna do a bar to switch, and we'll just do some tricks on the hill. I almost got them all in one shot. So I got the left 180 bar, the right 180 bar. I tried to do the bar to switch and I missed that grab, but I'm gonna go ahead. Let's hit this wall right here and do it. All right, let's throw that thing back into the car. Hopefully it's cool to the touch, which it is. Ah, it's actually really hot. Hot potato. Oh, I gotta let that cool down a few more minutes. Maybe I'll put some water in it. Nope, I'm gonna let it cool naturally, but I'm gonna throw it right back in there. Those threads are set up the exact same way, so the toe won't really go off, which really doesn't matter. We gotta refigure out the toe anyway with all this stuff breaking. And I'm gonna go ahead and let's throw that back into the car. Also to add in, this isn't any specific type of size. I mean, it's got the space right here that goes in there, and then that sandwich is in between right there. So these arms aren't that complex. I wish I did know the thread size. I don't, but and this isn't even a Heim. I don't know what it's called. I have to look it up tonight because I haven't heard back from Eurologic yet, but hopefully they hit me back up. Maybe they'll give me a new piece, but we just have to thread this back in. This will work for the time being until we get a new part to move it around the driveway, and we'll be able to throw the car back together. Looks just like new. It's shiny, it's beautiful. Gonna get it right back up to that spot where that nut ends, and get it all snug. I'll tighten that nut, and then I'm just gonna slide this back into place. Let's do it. All right, so I'm gonna feed the spacer up through the center, bottom, tap this, let's get this back into place. Nice, everything looks good. Got my washer and bolt combo right here, drop right through the top, and I'm gonna start tightening that up. So now we got that in there. This thing threads in really nicely. It's some nice hardware. So I'm gonna get that all tight. I'm gonna get the 3/4 inch and I'm gonna snug it up. Just like that, she's tight. Hopefully you guys can see that. Everything's back together. Those welds are completely ugly. I just threw them on there. I wasn't even like looking. I was trying to like look away and not even breathe and stuff because of that zinc coating. That arm is gonna be able to get me out of the garage, hopefully. And yeah, she's gonna do the job. So I'm really glad with the way it came out, honestly. So I'm gonna throw the wheel back on real quick, get this lanyard removed, and we'll play magical cars. We'll get the TT out of the garage, we'll get Mama K's car back in this garage, so she's happy, and we can clean up all that rust from the rocker. Of course, like always, the TT battery is dead, so I'm charging that up. The TT battery is basically always dead, just like the TDI's battery, but once that charges up, I'm gonna back the TT up, and we'll be able to get the TDI out there as well, and then we'll pull us back into its spot, get Mama K's car back into its spot, and yeah, I'm so hyped that this thing's back and rolling in just in a couple days. Oh no, this battery is at 11.2 volts. Please, please, please start. No, so that battery's dead and this battery's dead. So I'm gonna start the TT, I'm gonna bring that out, and then I'm gonna put this on the battery charger. I need a new battery in both my cars. Okay, let's give the TT a shot. Nice day for a convertible. Cold start is brutal, but it just turned off and the car sounds way better now. This thing parked in its little spot right next to the 335. Let's go snag the TDI. We're sitting at 12.6 volts. There's no reason we shouldn't start. Let's hope for the best. Ooh. So we got this little thing hanging off here, whatever. But this wheel is nice and centered out, looks good. The control arm is all repaired, can't see down in there, but I'm happy with it. Maybe this is the new look, no fender on the car. It looks pretty tough, but yeah, I'm really happy that that is all figured out and fixed. And let's go ahead and pull us into the garage. Perfect. All lined up. Tilt TDI is back in its spot. It's driving. I cannot wait to get that new piece. I think we should just make one, but I feel like that'd be too hands-on. Not really worth it. New piece would be like $15. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and shop for that tonight. Hopefully I hear back from them. But I got a little bit of a mess to clean up, and then I gotta get the TT back in its spot. So let's go move the TT and get Mama K's car back in the garage. Gotta get one of these in the daily. Got the X1, it's got the push to start. Oh, starts right up. Sometimes it struggles, I'm not gonna lie to you. This thing's got a It's got an electric power steering and it's the weirdest feeling ever. I'm so used to belt driven and the pumps, but got this car parked up. Let's go get this TT started and then move it. Oh my God, come on. I find it pretty comical that it wrapped up my jumper box and my extension cord moments before I even tried to start TT, and then right as I started to start it, it's dead. I ran my 100-foot extension cord all the way out to the TT. It's pretty far distance, but it made it. And would you just look at this thing? It's absolutely amazing. I think it looks pretty cool with the no fender on there, but there's 2 huge gashes in this tire, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and order a brand new one. MK_Tommy will get me sitting right, so I'm not even worried about that. And yeah, this car is gonna be fine, guys. It's gonna be fine. We're gonna get it looking good, and we're gonna get all the mounts working again. We gotta make this new mount. I'm excited to get that video out to you guys, where we go ahead and we make a whole new mount slash rocker panel. I don't even know. It's a whole thing, but I'm gonna go ahead and get that box out there and plug this in. Woohoo! Okay. That just smacked the TDI so hard. Guys, the man, the myth, the legend, Big J is back from his fishing trip. We got this thing back into its spot. Everything is looking good, and everyone's happy. Big J's happy. Mama K's car is back in the garage. All right, guys, just like that, we had a wonderful day. We were actually pretty successful. Let me know down in the comments if you guys think this was successful, and throw it a like if you guys enjoyed the video. I'm pretty pumped on this. I get to understand how the arms actually work. I put them in so long ago that now I'm kind of getting the whole gist on how they work again. And these RSs are safe. They never got damaged. That's awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. That is going to be a wrap on this one. Stay excited for the next video. I got a lot of stuff planned for this car and the TT, and I'm really enjoying pumping these videos out. We're going to go see some friends. Hopefully we can get over to see Andrew and his Subaru once again. It's all the new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing and staying positive. And don't forget, ECS Tuning is going to be helping us out with that 20,000 subscriber giveaway, so make sure you guys are subscribed. Hit your post notification bell so you know whenever I post my videos and you guys don't miss out. And follow my Instagram at tilted_TDI. And when you're done with all those steps, comment done down below. And if you guys already done all that, you guys are absolutely awesome. Comment down below what kind of cars you guys are working on, and don't let anyone put you down, honestly. There's a lot of people that are going to hate on your car, and my car gets hated on a lot, but I don't even care. I'm just smiling, and you guys should be smiling too. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.